So, hello everyone, Monday time for the last day here of first impression of animes, right? So I have this anime here, Samurai Gymnastics. No, but like a guy that's, I think it's Indian, it's original anime from MAP. I think he has injuries. Supposed to be the best story, right? Of course. And after this, hopefully today, it should be out now, but I couldn't find it. We're gonna have, today I'm Goddess, or like a new Goddess anime, right? But annoying Goddess, so it sounds good to me. Like an annoying Goddess, something like that. And of course today we also have, gym anime. Yeah, we have climbing anime, which is like full of assets and full of oppai, so it's good anime. And then go to One Piece as always, very late at night, because One Piece is always like every Saturday. But yeah, this anime is original, so don't exactly what to expect, right? But of course we know Mappa does really good stuff, right? We see them currently as Kaisen, we see them, last season we got out of high school. It might be a cool anime, so yeah. First impression, right? We don't know exactly. I mean, from the trailer, it looks like he's injured, right? And he's probably broken his leg or something, so, come back from like an injury. So, 3, 2, 1, and go. I think this and then I Am Goddess, or I Am Goddess now should be the last first impression, I think. Yeah. Can I cover all the bases here? All the new animes. No. Okay, yeah, so it's doing the typical. I don't know what it's called, but like that, yeah, when you spin around on the. When you spin around on the metal thing, yeah, I don't know. Oh, it lands bad. There's an old lady staring at him. She's probably like his master trainer, some kind of old angry lady, and then some little kid that's like, "Oh no, Onishan." It looks horrible, I know. It's like, okay, the guy's a new. Yeah, it looks weird in his. He's way too old at his hairstyle. Yeah, it's a kind of punk ass hairstyle for an old man. Doesn't work. Yeah, samurai guy. It's called the Samurai Jutsu, right? Noble death. Even my hair! If I change my hairstyle to not be a samurai anymore, it's like, no, that would. The new people. Next generation. No, you're too old, weak. Getting fired. He's getting fired, yeah. Basically. Or he's like, you're too old and tired for this, man. Yeah, he's injured, yeah. Something like that. He's injured and he can't. So he's injured and he can't compete anymore. Yutaru on the level of, he's like, I can't use my shoulders anymore. Something like that. Yeah. At least you limit of your body. You're too old for this and you're injured. His daughter, I guess. The girl we saw earlier. He's definitely old, and if it's a daughter that's like 10 or something. They had to buy me my daughter. He's like, yes. So, I mean, he's very old then. I mean, if he's like. He has a daughter that's like maybe 10 or something, right? Even earlier. Yeah, Reishan. She could be younger, but he's at least probably. He's at least probably like 30 or then. So. They'll be definitely pretty old for being this kind of. Gymnastics is very heavily on your body, so. I've been telling you to think about your future for years, bro. It's about this poor coach is like, you have to think about your future, man. Don't you think you should take off the uniform? I've been telling you this for 10 years, man. You have? It's also my fault for not. You're a moron, yeah. It's like, I've been telling you every year for many years that you should stop it. Okay, so the main character is an idiot, clearly. And. Well, his coach made a good point there, though. That he's like, you can't coach. Because normally a lot of, athletes become, coaches afterwards, right? Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends that coach. gymnast teachers and coaches and so on. Yeah, because I've done a lot of sports, right, and I have a lot of friends in that kind of, I'll say circle, but definitely, I was at the gym before this thing, right? No, but yeah, I might look this fat, fat guy, right? But this is all hard though, so this is all muscle stuff. But I was that jock guy that had the watching anime. I was a nerd, I was the nerd guy in the sport team, because I played, all the soccer and football and so on, right? So many of my friends today are like, coaches and soccer trainers and so on, but anyway, as he said, it interesting point that usually you become a coach, right? But he's like, you're an idiot, so you can't be a coach. You have to get an actual job. You have to get like a normal occupation. You have to go out and work at some convenience store or something, man. But yeah, this is his daughter then, Reishan. So he has to be pretty old. I mean, assuming he had kids, probably like 20 or so, right? She's at least like 6, 7, or she could be like 10 or so. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell in anime here. She could be like a 10-year-old, yeah, but she clearly isn't like a baby, so he could easily be like 30 plus, right? Which would make you definitely old to doing, again, gymnastics, very heavy on your body, right? A lot of injuries, like a lot of, of course, dead mom. Yeah, of course, his wife is dead, had the same hair as his daughter. He has to be pretty old then. It has to be definitely time for retirement if he has like, I mean, it has to be, but probably if he has like he has like daughters like 10, and it's a wife that's been dead for a few years probably and so on. Pretty heavy anime then. You're watching this poor guy here, single dad, lost his wife, losing his job. He has no money to pay for his daughter, basically. Yeah, like this is like quite a heavy episode 1 here. Oh yeah, they're young and so on. It's getting as medals. Very heavy episode 1 here. Yeah, it's like starting with, getting fired. Your wife is dead. It's kind of Inuyasha feel. If you do Inuyasha episode 1, it's like he gets cancer, his wife hates him, his daughter's like, shut up, dad! And he goes to the doctor and he's like, oh, you have terminal cancer, you're gonna die tomorrow. It's like, what? That is the worst episode 1 ever for anime though. Inuyasha, he's like, it's so sad, episode 1. Oh, you're dead tomorrow. It's like, what the hell? And daughter likes ninja. Yeah, Nimpo! Yeah, she likes ninjas, so... But I mean, her dad's kind of like a ninja guy. He can jump around, like a gymnastic guy, so... What did you call him? Exactly, she's like, because I watched you, dad. Because I love you jumping around. Exactly, you're a ninja more than a samurai. I don't know why you call you samurai, dad, because you're more a ninja. So she's like, you're a ninja, dad. Damn it! This is gonna be super, he's a samurai, he's a ninja. Got him! This anime is gonna be super wholesome, but also sad, right? Because he's going around there with his, and the samurai outfit, and and his ninja daughter, and he's gonna tell his daughter soon that he's fired, and her life, they have no money and so on. And he has no job, right? So he has no skills. If he's a great dad, but unfortunately, he comes off as a character that has no actual skills, right? Like he can't do any actual job, right? Like, coding or I don't know, work at, I don't know, teacher at something. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like he comes off as a character that actually can't do anything, right? Maybe he could be an actor. Yeah, he could be like an actor. Exactly, he can be like a samurai ninja actor. He can clearly do this stuff, right? He's like, yes, I could do somersaults. See? That could be it. I could be like some kind of movie, stuntman or something. And suddenly it's like an agent. What's happening? What's happening? Is this part of the show? Like what? This seems really suspicious. What is this? Is the anime taking a turnaround? It wasn't a normal gymnastic anime? Or is this part of the show? I guess part of the show probably. This guy is very talented. This seems not part of the show anymore. Yeah, it's like, yeah, cool ninjas! They're like, oh, this seems quite suspicious though. Is this actually part of the show? Maybe. I kind of hope for the show because it would be a really badass show if they have a kind of random agent appears chasing a ninja on the roof. It'd be really cool. It's a really cool performance, right? But this seems to be way too serious. Yeah, this guy is really good at. Very ninja. I feel the main cast is gonna be pulled into something weird now. Yeah, like what's happening? And this seems super not part of the show, but this is hopefully it's part of the show, right? Because this is so intense, but yeah, like a smoking bomb there. Kameradama, yeah, Kameradama. He pushes down some mascot guy. What? Yeah, yeah, he smacks down some mascot guy. He's like, that guy's in my way. He's like, yeah, great show performance. He's like, I don't think this is part of the show. I feel that is like Edo Waterloo has changed a lot since I was here last time. He's like, is this part of the show? He's still wondering if this is yeah, that seemed way too realistic for me. It's like, and especially when he pushed down the mascot guy. What was the point of that, right? I mean, of course, it's probably to make the mascot guy be a hindrance, an obstacle. And now it's gonna go after him, right? Yeah, of course. But that could be his job, right? He could be like a performance guy. He can clearly do somersaults and yeah, and he can't tell that he's fired, so man. This is like it's cute but also sad episode, right? You see this poor single dad trying to tell his daughter he's fired, like he has no money and he's unemployed, yeah, like it's trying to tell her that he's, has no money, right, basically. And it's like, oh, I can't tell her! She's so happy! Oh god, she's so cute, yeah! I can't tell her bad news, so, it's like a... It has this kind of melancholy, depressing over the episode. And they have this really... Yeah, what's that ninja behind you? Yeah, they have this big bird that's like, what's a ninja? Yeah, I love this, like, protecting bird, it's like, what's a ninja behind you? It feels like the daughter probably does a lot of homework, a lot of work at home, I feel. She probably cooks food and so on. I feel the daughter probably takes over. A ninja! A ninja! And she's not afraid, she's like, I love ninjas, they're cool. I love this disguising. What is it? What is this? She's like, I know the weakness of the ninja hiding ability. She's gonna... You're gonna kill me! Crazy girl! That's awesome! I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna block the block button. I know the weakness of this. There's a ninja in the bat! But yeah, so why is the ninja following them? See, and the bird's like, I told you guys, there were a ninja behind you, see? The ninja, the bird ninja is clearly... Yeah, but what are you here for? I feel this Adam's gonna go some weird. Why is he? Yeah, why is he actually about his thing, right? I guess he's a gadjin, I guess. A foreigner. Yeah, they're like some kind of. Yeah. The poor bird, though. The bird clearly. Yeah, I guess he's like a ship guy with Guilty Gear. He's really loves the ninja. He's like wasabi, sushi. He's like ship, right? He's just been training to be a ninja. Oh, here we go. Oh, this grandma, of course, because he has the hair. Yeah, because a pink hair too, right? Yeah. This grandma, of course, as we saw earlier in the badass grandma, of course. Which is pretty young, though, right? Because obviously her daughter died when she was like in her 20s, right? Probably so. Yeah, I guess he's just kind of like an immigrant that doesn't want to leave the country, I guess. The ages are probably... But the ages were jumping on the roofs! If the ages are just random, talking, finding people that, are, they're illegal in the country, would they be like, get after him on the roof? That's so super serious. That's some super serious government officials. They're like, he's gonna jump on the roof of this guy. Yeah, like, has to be something more than that. Because he lives in his, mother-in-law's house here. I can see be a ninja. He really wants to be a ninja, yeah. His life is to be a ninja. He reminds me of shipping Guilty Gear. Ship's whole idea is to be a ninja, and he's like, I will train to be a ninja, and I talk like, you know, sushi, wasabi, and he uses these like random Japanese words instead of actual words. He can't speak Japanese, but he speaks Japanese, you know, Japanese words, just pure words, without actually, you know, making sentences. Here's the, I guess, the gym. This is some crazy Genki guy. I guess it's some crazy Genki guy he works with. Yeah, it's like, man, I guess he's like, yeah, I like this guy. Yeah, he's like all over the place. But it was a ninja. I took it home. What is this guy doing? He's very, very... He's a body language guy. I like it. He's doing the... Oh, ninja! Like, what is wrong with this guy? I love it. Yeah, but it's hard to his daughter he's like fired, right? So it's really hard for you to... Yeah. Like his whole life has been this. His whole life he has to be this guy, right? Yeah, and he can't be a coach, he's an idiot. But he can't be a coach, he's like whoosh and whoosh, yeah. He can't be a coach because he's a horrible teacher. It's like they're reading a rap or something, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like maybe. Because he's not injured. To show them his last. This could be better, like he's gonna go full outright and show him his last move here and injure himself. This feels a little, you know, bad moment. He's like, I will show you my best ability, and then it's like breaks his arm or something. Yeah. I think it's gonna be like a really sad anime, right? I don't know, maybe it's... This guy might be maybe we could train this guy to be a ninja gymnastic guy. This guy is very fast and talented though. He might be the perfect student. You can train him to be a gymnastic guy. He's already a ninja. Yeah, he's already a pretty boy ninja. Be shown the ninja guy. Zach, look at it. His life is meant to be a ninja. He's the perfect gymnast. He's been training his whole life to be this ultimate ninja warrior. Look at this. It's gonna be amazing. Sugoi! Sugoi! It's gonna be amazing. Oh, nice animation there, yeah. And he's so happy to show off his ninja moves. It's like, I can train him. He can be my new student. This ninja is good, yeah. It's like, I can train. He's kind of like my son or something. I adopted him. There we go. He's gonna train him, of course. That's gonna be the story. He's gonna take the ninja boy and make him to be a gymnast. There's nice like 3D, similar to the previous map works, definitely. Oh, he's ripped too, yes! Oof, muscles! Good muscle girl left this episode. He's like, yeah! You're hot! I love what I see! Yeah, he's like, awesome! Yeah. Master, I will train you! I want to be with you, master! It's like... It's on TV maybe, he's like, used to be a famous guy, right? So Leo probably saw on TV, right? See, samurai, it's like, I saw as a kid. It's probably like, I watched you as a kid. It's gonna be that Leo probably say I saw him as a kid, right? Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Leo probably saw a samurai he was a kid, right? They'd be like, I want to be like you, right? Yeah, like you're this awesome gymnast. You're a samurai ninja guy. I want to be like you. And then old grandma. She reminds me of, because she's smoking, she reminds me of Sheldon's grandma. Sheldon was you know, if you see Sheldon, you know, Big Bang Theory, but not young Sheldon, yeah. It's also this badass grandma always smoking and be like, this is you do what I say, boy, yeah. So I was fighting with his father and so on. It's like, yeah. It's kind of that, you know, chain smoking, old tough grandma, yeah, it's like. But she's not so old though, because obviously, you know, they probably got kids very young, right? She's probably only in her, like, you know, 40s maybe something. She could still be pretty young, right? Yeah, maybe young 50s. But he only has to be maybe 30, yeah, depending on what she gave birth to her daughter, right? But still, you know what I mean? She could be definitely in her 50s, or maybe even younger, depending on if they were like a teenage. I mean, it's possible, right, that his wife got pregnant very early, right? She could be pregnant when she was like in her, you know, in her teenage years, perhaps, right? I don't think so, but perhaps. It's gonna retire. Oh. Classic. I have to ruin that. Sorry. Yeah. So you must say, have to start with like a bad intro. Yeah. His problem, he can only do gymnastics. It's a pretty sad episode 1 immediately here. It's funny but also sad. Yeah, that this poor guy is like, he's like, I love my daughter, but I can't do it anymore. It's like a hard life to be a gymnast. Because I mean, I've done mainly martial art, but I've done gymnastics too when I was a kid. A teenager, I did a lot of gymnastics too, and I was very good with the rings at some people all the time. But yeah, this is like a sad episode 1 immediately here. Oh man, now it's really sad. He gives the medal to his daughter here. Yeah, and Papa and his wife is alive, and yeah, this is like a really sad episode 1 immediately. The retiring here. It starts definitely on like a little sad note, this anime. Huh? I was like, I will not retire. No, I can't. And Grandma's like, ha, I knew it. Ha! Grandma's like, I know him. He won't do it. Yeah, Grandma is like, I freaking knew it. Okay, not a kind of red rap ending here. I guess we're gonna like, it's gonna, what's happening, man? We turn from this like sad. Oh, it's like a gal there. Interesting. And then Grandma is. It is the opening of the ending. I don't know, but it's awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. Gymnastics Samurai. It's awesome, the ending. It's like a dance performance by his family here. Yeah. They're like, we trained the whole life here. And he got this, you know, ninja boy with him. There's another guy. There's like a second student here, I guess. This is awesome. This is really awesome. But it's like next student. He has 2 on a student too, right? Yeah, another dude who's gonna rap. What happened to the rap guy earlier though? What happened to that the guy that liked rapping earlier? The flashy guy. You need 1 more student, I guess, then. I'm gonna pick up another random guy, probably. Yeah. There's a hot gal though. Yeah, there's a hot gal in the team. I like to see that. Yeah, there's a hot guy with pink hair. A pink hair gal here in the. Yeah. There's a gal coming too in the anime. I love to see that. They're very much. She's gonna be best girl. Man, that was a good episode 1. Sad episode 1 though. It's a good and sad, laughing and sad at the same time, right? Because it also was like, man, he's like, oh, my daughter and then my wife died, and I'm like, I'm trying to raise my daughter alone, and it's hard. Grandma is pretty nice though. It's like, yeah, it was like this. I won't retire. I'm gonna train this random ninja boy. Gonna make him my super prodigy guy, right? But it seems to have, you know, some kind of teams, right? So I guess it's gonna team up with ninja guy, and then of course the last guy in the ending there, or opening. That's probably the opening. And of course, you know, train with with them, yeah. But it was really sad. I mean, I got tear-eyed and get into the last moment there. And he's like, oh, my wife is dead. I tried to raise my daughter. Yeah, I was like, man, this is sad here. And he's like, yeah, he got really sad in the last minutes. But that was a good episode 1, though. Good episode 1. Cool characters. Kind of weird. I think it's clearly one problem, though. That the ninja, that Leo, is clearly probably illegally staying in Japan, right? That's going to be a problem to be in their team, though. Yeah, that's probably going to come and bite him in the ass later. It's probably be like, we can't be in your team. You have to be like a Japanese something to be in the national Japanese team, whatever. I think that's going to be a problem, though. He's probably not even allowed to be in the team right all right. So if you're going to compete, that's going to be really hard. Because he's not part of the country, probably. So he probably can't be in the team unless he was moves to. But you know what I mean. Yeah, that will obviously be an issue later. But yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about too much, right? But yeah, I did gymnastics a lot when I was like 15, 16 or so on. Of course, as you see more of the videos, you know, I do a lot of, martial arts, climbing. No, but I do a lot of martial arts. You don't watch climbing, but yeah, I do a lot of martial arts primarily, right? And of course, I had my elbow broken, my knee broken, my legs broken, my shin broken. I got been stabbed, so I been cut in my shoulder. I got my Achilles heel, my Achilles tendon. I been cut up, and so on, right? So you get a lot of damage doing different stuff in your life. But some, of course, in martial arts, it's the modern things in other issues, right, in life, so to speak. Some street action, yeah. But anyway, so as with martial art, and I think that's the one thing with gymnastics. I did gymnastics then, especially in my kind of late teenage years. And as I mentioned earlier, I was very good with the rings. The rings, you put up the rings, right? You do the different things, you do the different animals and so on. You do the swan and the spider and so on, yeah. And I was also very good with the rings. I think it was have a lot of upper body strength, I guess. Even though I'm a really big guy, I do have a lot of upper strength, really big, a very big shoulders, right? I think so, yeah, like if I flex up, right, my shoulders are pretty big. You finally see my massive shoulders. No, but I think that's why. So I think I'm pretty good with I was very good with I know it's called in English, but like the metal bar thing. I think it's called the bar, right? It's the long metal thing. Again, probably because I have pretty, very. I do have really big legs, thick judo, taijutsu legs, but still, I have a very big shoulder, so I can kind of hold my own weight still. But anyway, my point is that I also have some experience doing gymnastics, right? I have some experience a few years. And of course I did it because of martial art. Don't get me wrong, I like gymnastics, but I did it because I wanted to be a better martial artist. I did gymnastics because I wanted to be able to do the different, somersaults and flips and, rondats and the different, And also I was training different martial arts. We did also do the different, cartwheels and shit and so on too during the martial art training as well, right? So I was doing a lot of that, right, to improve that and like the back flip and front flip and all that good stuff, right? I had a friend, he's a friend, but when we were young, he could do the freaking backflip. He can do front backflip so easily. He can do the school. He can do that without warming up. That was crazy. And he never trained either. He could do it. He just do like a flip like that. He could do it like without standing up from like a lesson and just do a front flip. That was crazy. But anyway, the thing is that so I'm just going to give you some kind of ass pause from doing this a few years in my life. It's very. You take a lot of damage, yeah. Like gymnastics is very rough on your body, You flex up your body, get flexible and so on. But it's one of those sports similar to martial art where, like, some of your injuries, if you play like football, right? If you do like hockey and so on, which I've done, of course, well, those sports can give you really nasty injuries, right? Someone crashes into you, those usually give you worse injuries. Like if you have like a really bad hockey injury, they can break your leg and you're screwed, right? So I'm not saying those sports. Usually those are worse in that sense, I think. Hockey, football, and so on. They're usually worse. If you have bad luck, you get really screwed, right? They get really screwed over. With like martial art, rarely do you take this like massive sudden damage to your knee in martial art. Very, very randomly. Like kicks between your legs, so to speak. But that's how it works. But yeah. But in martial art and in gymnastics and so on, very rarely do you take like a really massive damage suddenly to your knee or your shoulder, whatever. Yeah, very rarely do you take like a really big damage, right? Instead, I feel doing gymnastics and also martial art are sports where you take like ship damage, right? Like in fighting games, you take ship damage, right? Yeah. If you do gymnastics, in my experience, you take a lot of ship damage, right? You take like a small it's like a small damage on your body every time you do it, but yeah, because you do this jump thing and you maybe get the roll, so you land it, there's a lot of these like smaller, minor injuries you have constantly if you do, for example, different gymnastics. In my experience, as I mentioned, especially in martial art, you had a lot of minor injuries. Oh, I kicked in my face, so now my eye is injured, right? Oh, I kicked in my, my ribs, I broke a rib now. Oh, okay, it's pretty fine. But for example, comparing to hockey or football, it's more like there you usually are fine, right? And then suddenly you break a leg. Yeah, that's kind of how those sports are. Suddenly you get a really nasty injury, or no injury whatsoever. It's like 0 100. Yeah, it's like 100% or nothing, I think. But I think so that's why in areas I think gymnastics is a sport in my view at least, which is really hard to do it for many years, because you do get these minor injuries all the time, right? So eventually, like he's probably in his 30s or so, right? He's been doing gymnastics professionally for like his whole grown-up life, for 10 years probably, something like that. So he's gonna have a lot of, as I mentioned, like shoulder injuries, knee injuries. He's gonna have a huge amount of probably arm injuries, elbow, shoulder, and so on. Different, and the older you get, the slower you recover, and so on. But yeah, so I see it happening. He's gonna be. That's probably gonna be a thing. But I think I'm saying this too because that's probably gonna be a thing in the anime too, right? His new guy here is clearly probably illegally. It's gonna be harder for him to be in the tournament. But the main character is also probably gonna fail, right? Because the reason also to take in is because it's harder every year to perform on the same level, right, as the year before, which means that he's probably gonna take even more injuries, right? And he's going to push himself harder. So I think definitely, as I said here, because he's been injured and he's going to get more injuries, he's going to get more and more injuries. I'm definitely thinking that he's going to have one of those classic episodes, right, where he has to push himself to win something, and then he's going to break his shoulder or get his shoulder out of out of the joints or something. So he's definitely going to have to fight these injuries probably the whole season. That would be my guess, right? It's going to be like a huge thing for him that he's like 30 plus, like 35-year-old gymnastic guy. He's going to have to push his injuries probably every episode, and that's probably going to be a thing in the final. He's like, can I do it? I mean, if I do this, I can never do it again. It's kind of like around the wind. It's like, can I push myself so much here, then I can never run again? It's definitely going to be a thing. I think in anime. He's going to have this moment in the last or second episode where he's like, if I do this thing now, I can never jump again, So that is definitely going to happen. Then his daughter's going to be there and be like, Daddy, I believe in you, or something. And he's going to be like, I don't want to. And then his coach will be like, but if you do it, you can never work again, You can never have like a normal life. So is it worth it? If it's very anime sport anime, yeah, it's very sport anime. Is it worth it to win that last tournament, but you can never walk again? And it's like, I want to do it. But maybe he's gonna pick to say no. I have to be. I want to have a normal life and be with my daughters. Maybe he's gonna say no. I'm gonna just not do it. I'm gonna try to sustain my body. Maybe. But yeah, good episode 1. But as I mentioned, I can definitely see him having huge amount of injuries, right? Yeah, like he's like 30 at least, right? Like a huge amount of minor injuries, and that's gonna make him also push himself harder every time, get more injuries. It's like a bad loop, right? It's gonna get worse and worse for him. But anyway, that's it. Now then, guys, let's see with flexing anime, muscular anime.